basically what we're seeing then is American industry helping to provide the technology, helping to provide the finance, helping to provide the material that is going to allow Hitler to create his war machine.
Yes, that is correct. That is correct.
The Jews were backing fascism and Nazism. This is called The Jews of Italy, and it's put out by the B'nai B'rith, and it's put out in 1938. 1938, it's put out by the Anti-Defamation League of B'nai B'rith, Jews of Italy, 1938. And what it says in here is how the Zionist had to explain to Mussolini what his job was to be.
Can you tell us about the 5-year plans and the part that the major American corporations, major world corporations played in building up the Soviet Union?
Well, there are two separate phases here. The new economic policy was started in 1923 by Lenin, and I found, and I published this in my first book from Stanford, that every single Russian industry was rebuilt or restarted by foreign corporations, mostly German, British, French, and American. By 1928, Russia was back to approximately its 1913 in industrial output. And at that point, she began to think of these grandiose 5-year plans. And in 1928, Gosplan, which is the Russian government planning commission, actually designed an initial 5-year plan, but this was thrown out, it was inadequate, and American corporations were were brought into Russia. And the first 5-year plan and the second 5-year plan were actually designed in the United States by American corporations.
In fact, Averell Harriman, who was a member of the Pilgrim Society, actually was the dictator of Russia from 1942 to 1944. Because Stalin had a nervous breakdown, and Averell Harriman moved in and functioned as the dictator of Russia for 2 years during World War II, which is not very widely known, but it's he ostensibly was U.S. ambassador to Russia, but he actually was the dictator of Russia during that period.